Good morning or evening or afternoon, wherever you are. I am Rusty. I am a reseller, and we have an awesome little video for you today. We got three things that we're doing. Number one is we're hitting an estate sale this morning. Several items look interesting to me based on photographs I saw. We're going to check that out, see if there's some things that we can make a buck or two on. Number two, we're hitting our storage units to take some photos of items we have for sale to try to sell locally. And number three, we're going to get into a bunch of jewelry. That's right. We have been spending a lot of time this week photographing, listing, and inspecting this type of jewelry. I want to share a few tips with you, give you a look-see at what we got. We're getting all this in our eBay store this week. If you haven't done it yet, please check out What Sold. This is our other channel from my brother and my cousin here at the warehouse. It's off to a great start, but folks, the more people we can get over there, the more we can get viewed, then the more time we can devote to that kind of thing. And so please check it out if you haven't. Subscribe. If you have any interest in seeing specific items that we buy here at the warehouse, what we paid, where we got it, and how much we sold it for, then you might like that channel. Without further ado, let's jump into all of this mess today. A one and a two and
Rusty the reseller, he'll sell you the shirt off his back. Well, I have done it.
We are on our way to the estate sale this morning. I didn't expect to be the first one in, but you know, hopefully I won't be too far back. All right, we just finished up at the estate sale, and man, oh man. Well, it wasn't like great, but it was pretty good. I think I got some stuff. We're heading over here to the storage units now. We're going to take a look and try to get some good photos. All right, so this whole vehicle is loaded with bags of various things. I'll show you some of those when we get back to the warehouse, but for now, take a look at some of these pictures. I got some individual pictures of furniture and some stuff, but we also took pictures of just the whole unit, because if somebody's interested in buying the whole thing with one large lump sum, I mean, I'll entertain it. All right, folks, we're back at the warehouse. We got a few things at the estate sale. We got our pictures, so we can work on that later. It's such a gorgeous day today. I thought I'd come out here by a little area that Flo's been working a little hiney on, and it's looking so nice already early this spring. So let's do this outdoors today, shall we? All right. Here's a little old dish, kind of like a tray, I guess you could say. This would be, I think, considered what they call flow blue. And they call it flow blue, of course, because the blue in this is, it's very kind of, it's almost like ink in how it would like spread and flow out. There's not any clean, clear lines. You can see that there's a little bug on that, a little ladybug. It's sweet. Let me flip her over here. We're gonna look at the back. We're looking at something right here called La Française, so I'm guessing it's French. Got the fleur-de-lis there. Got those crackles in the glaze. Really pretty. You got some little splotches of some of that blue in the background. I've not researched it yet. I don't know how much, but it cost me $5, so I thought I can at least get that, I'm sure. Next up, this cost me 10 bucks. This is just a random lot of costume jewelry. I don't expect there to be any precious metals or anything in here, but who knows? I can put this in some really nice lots. Look at this. There's a pocket watch in here. It's not too bad looking. I doubt it's made of gold or anything real nice. It doesn't look like it to me. But, you know, I'm going to get in and inspect this. But here's the deal. There's a lot of little pieces, kind of gold-colored pieces, little things that have broken off of jewelry. It's possible some of that down here in the bottom could be made out of gold or silver. So we'll check. There may be some good brands. For me, it was worth $10 because I think I could sell that for $10 if I had to and not make any money. Then down here, look at this. We got some swords today. This one, unfortunately, has a broken hilt, but they were a pair, and so I got them. This one's not too bad. It's got a really nice handle on it, and this interesting design. You got a man on a horse here, and then it has it says Colada del Cid, I think, something like that. My guess is this is maybe a Spanish origin sword. It's obviously just made for display. No sheath, of course, but for $10, okay, for these two, I expect I could sell this one by itself for $10. The other one didn't sell, no problem. Okay, coming up here, and I just want to show you, isn't this beautiful, this setup that she's got here? Look at this. We got a Japanese maple, and we got some nice creeping Jenny down here, just creeping down to the little water feature. Got some other stuff. It's just gonna look real nice as that tree grows up. But anyhow, okay, so we got this small little, kind of like a Tiffany style, again, lampshade here. Glass, not broken, it works, it's small. This is great for a little end table, just to read and stuff. That just cost me $5, okay, and this cost me $5. It's another small lampshade, and you can see this has been made out of like a little vase, kind of a floral pattern. The blue and white is beautiful. It's newer, at least the lamp itself is newer. I don't think that the ceramic is all that old, but still $5. I have no trouble spending that because I know I'll be able to make our money back on that. Moving on, we're gonna get into some toys here, as you can see. Troll dolls, small, large. There's a collector market for them. This had an old price tag, $20. I paid $5 for the pair of them. And, you know, they'll have a tag. It's probably a Russ brand. But some of the really, really older ones can carry really good values, even if they're small. So keep an eye out for those troll dolls. And then, looky here, we got a couple of teddy bears. They're different brands. They're decent condition. Could probably clean them off just a little bit. But this one definitely has that look of kind of the old German type of bears. But, of course, this is a Dean's Child's Play Toys in the UK, which is cool. I have no idea how much it's worth, but I figured this one alone could sell for $5 or more. And so that's kind of why I jumped into it. And then Care Bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, various sizes, smaller and large. I think these are from the early 2000s. Again, Care Bears from the 1980s and 90s. Certain ones, folks, can sell for hordes of money. I don't think that these are going to be super valuable, but I just paid $5 for all 6 of these. And so as a lot, which is how I'll try to sell them, I'm guaranteed to make some money. Never bought anything like this before, but they're large. They're masks, essentially, people. We got a unicorn here. Look at this. A unicorn. Big old opening. You can put your old noggin in, and then this is almost like a wolf or something like that. Somebody's gonna get a hoot out of these. I don't know if they're gonna go to a party, or if they're gonna scare children, or if they're gonna, I don't know what they're gonna do with them, and I really don't. It's not my place to ask, frankly. I hope they have a good time with them, whatever they're doing. And then look at this. I paid $10, again, for this whole box. And we got a nice little Asian piece of ceramic here. You turn it over, still got the sticker on it in the mark. There's another nice little, so that's kind of like a bowl. Here's like a little dish, another Asian piece, a sticker again, same brand. Stick that down in there, same type of color scheme. Another little dish that's also got a mark, another one. So we got several here. I believe that these are Japanese, although I don't know for sure. This is more like the Netherlands, like a Dutch scene there with the windmill. It's, I think historically they believe the first, well, not the first, but some of the first windmills, and they're still used today, are there in the Netherlands. We got a couple of these little bottles as well. A nice little blue one, and it's got some writing on it. Let's see. All Sam Johnson, proprietor, Richmond, Virginia, 852. It's a cute little cobalt blue. And then here's another one, Chief something electric tonic. It's a celebrated remedy, folks, and a patent, or sorry, Cathedral. Maybe Cathedral's the brand. Another cute little bottle. I'll sell them both individually. Here's a kind of almost like a dome or an egg shape. It's got, you know, butterflies on it. It just sits down. I don't know what its purpose is. Then we got almost like a miniature, like little child's tea set, ceramic. That'll sell all together, and it's by Andrea by Sadek, and that is a brand that definitely gets, you know, can sell some decent stuff. I've sold stuff by them before. And then this with these little fake flowers, a little ceramic vase. It was got a mark initialed by the artist. And then finally, I don't know if this is one too. Nope, this one's made in China. It's a little dish, but then I got 6 or 7 of these, and these are beautiful little, I guess they're coasters, but they say Seraplat in Spain. I've looked these up, and individually they sell for around $10. So a lot of 6 would go 50 to 60 bucks, most likely. And here's the good news, folks. Everything that I have shown you here so far. So this tray, all right, these crazy old masks, Care Bears, teddy bears, you know, trolls, little desk lamps, swords, an antique dish, and some costume jewelry. I paid $80. $80, that's tax included. It was $75 with tax, 80. Those 6 dishes over here, folks, that I showed you, could be 60 of those $80. Okay? Is it unreasonable to think I could get 20 bucks for the pair of those? Maybe even $20 for each. And then everything else here that we have can be getting us into the profit. So $80, I don't expect to make more than $150 profit or $200 off that, but it's not too bad. It's been about 30 minutes. I would call that a decent job. What do you think? Look at what we have to get into here, folks. I mean, heavens to Betsy Ross. We have a lot of stuff that we gotta really consider the best way to sell. We got some beautiful, beautiful costume and fine jewelry here. Now, if you're a regular, if you're checking out the channel, you may actually see a few pieces here that we have featured in other videos. And so I'm not meaning to like double up on stuff and try to pull a fast one here. Really what this is some of this is new jewelry to us in the warehouse. Other pieces are things that we haven't sold at the price we wanted, or we started off with a real high price and they haven't sold yet. It doesn't mean they wouldn't sell, but we're going to shuffle things up and kind of go around and try to list these a different way. And I'm going to talk about that right now, but I wanted to kind of just show you how this is all laid out on the table. And then these right here, this bag, I haven't even pulled these out yet. This is entirely necklaces, and this is entirely earrings. And the common denominator here is that they're all signed. They're all Coro or Coro Craft costume jewelry. And so we're going to sell those in a lot. That's why we haven't pulled them out yet. We're going to put them all together in order to sell them. But let's take a look a little bit about at the specific things we have here. And I'll tell you my strategy in trying to sell these items going forwards here in the next week or two. To begin with here, we're going to do a lot of just this jewelry right here. And the reason being is that these are all really high-end or higher-end costume brands and makers, and they are all signed. This particular piece is not that much of a looker. It's kind of bizarre, odd-looking. You got this blue stone here. I believe it's either sodalite or that's lapis, but I think it's sodalite. It's got this also like a cord almost, which you don't see a whole lot of that on higher end jewelry, but this is an older piece. It is a Miriam Haskell, as you can see there, Miriam Haskell, and that is a very well collected maker. Moving forward, we have a couple of different pairs of this brand, which we've talked about recently. This one says bijou as well. A lot of times they'll say Paris or New York on them, but we've got two different pairs of earrings that are different, and you can see they both feature this pearl look and some sort of like a medallion. Then we have these costume earrings by the Signer brand. You're always wanting to turn it over, oops, and look at it like that. You see that? Signer, okay? That's those nice, beautiful rhinestones, okay? Then we have this. This is not as high of a demand, but it's a brand called Richelieu. Richelieu. You can see that on the back. These are a nice little silver tone faux pearl earrings. Then we have this beautiful pair of earrings as well, with these little kind of kind of the circular motif with these different faux colored pearls. This is Crown Trifari, as you can see right there. I had it upside down. Trifari. Also very well collected. That's a very nice pair of earrings. Then down here we have these with this kind of, what is that again? Aurora Borealis, Rusty. Yes, that is what it is. Carnegie is the brand we're looking at here. Carnegie. Folks, every one of these sets of earrings that I picked up, I paid $4 was the most I paid for any of these. And I'm telling you right now, several of these could sell for dozens of dollars, if not above that. This set right here, interesting kind of dangle look. These dangle kind of like what they would call a root beer colored plastic here. Not exactly made to look like amber, but kind of. The top one looks a little bit more like amber. This is a brand called Les Bernard. Or maybe that's just the name of the designer. I'm not exactly sure. And then over here, just because I had them and they were a little bit out of place, is Listener. L-I-S-N-E-R. These are all brands to keep in mind, folks. Keep a lookout for all of these. But I'm going to do one lot of all of these. And I'm trying to decide right now if I'm going to do it as a lot at an auction for something small, like 99 cents, to get a bunch of people interested and get a bidding thing going, or if I want to put this up for hundreds of dollars. I'm not exactly sure yet, but the first thing is I'm going to put this in a lot, and it's because of the brands. And you got one necklace and then a bunch of earrings, and you're also covering several different brands, so that's kind of it'll be interesting for the buyer. Items such as these, this kind of abalone or mother of pearl set here of earrings and a pendant, these are set in 14 karat yellow gold. This right here, this blue stone, is a lapis, and it is also the clasp is 14 karat yellow gold, and the little beads in between are gold. We have this piece right here, which is actually 10 karat solid gold. It is a very antique piece. It's been scratch tested, and it is solid gold. And then this right here, these two sets, these are angel skin coral. They're set in 10 karat white gold. And then this set of genuine sea pearls with earrings, which didn't come with the necklace originally, but which I found elsewhere and decided to put these together. They have 14 karat yellow gold posts. And so the common denominator here, folks, of course, is they're all gold jewelry. The gold is the common denominator there. And so I am going to sell these all likely separately, although I'll put these earrings with the pearl necklace. So those will go together. These will be individual, and then this set will go together. And these are going to be higher prices. We're probably going to set these at buy it nows around what they're selling for, and be willing to take a little bit less. I paid up for this. This was about $10. This I only paid $3 for, $3. and I paid $2 to $3 either for the earrings or the necklace. But in all cases, except for this, in all cases, the seller did not know that they had gold content, and that's why I got them at a good price. So you got to know how to inspect these pieces, to look for marks, and the more experience you have with it, then you'll get to where you'll maybe take risks if the price isn't that bad and go back and test those if you have a scratch test kit. If you don't, I highly encourage you get one. The theme of this little set is simply colorful rhinestones. Now, with the exception of these two pieces, I might put these more like with these right over here, as you can see. And so we cover a theme. When there's a uniform look, that will definitely attract the eyes of buyers. They know what they're getting into. So someone who likes Aurora Borealis or large rhinestone pieces of costume jewelry are going to be interested in something like this. And I may add to it a little bit. We've got another one with this like big blue faux stone here. It's a stone. I think this is glass, as a matter of fact, or this might be a paste of some kind. And then you got this beautiful little bracelet here. I've actually not tested this stone yet, and I need to find out if it's genuine. This is what they call a gold-filled bracelet, meaning it has a thin layer of solid gold on the outside of it, but then a base layer of an alloy metal on the inside. This is a really cool piece because it's quite old. And beautiful little red stones. This would have had what they call gold over at one point. You can see the remnants of it right here, where it's kind of gold and then it fades off to like a silvery color. This piece is a base metal, but you can see there's some pretty floral design on the back of it, which is not necessary, but definitely adds to the appeal. The backs are open on the stones so the light passes through. You get not just the red colors, but some of those golden yellows as well, which is quite nice. This would have had a very soft layer of gold leaf over it, but that has since worn because this is probably from the late 1800s, early 1900s faux pearls as well in these spots. And then you've got various colored Aurora Borealis pieces of costume jewelry. This one has the rivets. This one is unique because it's made to look like a little insect, like a little honeybee or something like that. You got these cool little kind of jelly-looking stones at the bottom with the Aurora Borealis. This is a beautiful piece. I'm actually surprised it hasn't sold already. These are carnelian, folks. It's a type of a mineral that grows, a gem that they can make into cabs like they did this right here. It's very I like carnelian, garnet. Some of these they basically come in practically one basic color, and so when you see it and you see that it's semi-translucent in this color, oftentimes you're looking at carnelian. This is a really cool, also vintage piece. It's made of sterling silver. It has gold leaf on it. It has carnelian. It's a dangle piece, which you don't see a lot for brooches. I absolutely love it. I'm not going to wear it, but I like it for costume jewelry. It's quite nice. And then, of course, these pieces, these two pieces right here are actually made out of sterling silver, although you wouldn't know by just looking at it because it's got that brushed gold color, some baguette, stones in there. A beautiful piece. It's marked on the hinge here. This piece right here, also quite beautiful. It's marked right here on the little pin portion. Just because something looks gold colored, folks, doesn't mean it may not be made out of sterling silver. The color can just come from the other, whatever the other metal is that they're using. Sometimes it's copper, sometimes it's gold, and so they get the look that they're wanting. This is actually made out of 10-karat gold, although it's not marked as such because this is an artisan piece. It's signed by the artist, etched there, but it's not marked as gold. All of this jewelry is going to go in lots as well. What you're looking at here is a combination of green nephrite, which is a type of jade form. You've got like abalone, which is shell. This right here is rose quartz. So it's an interesting combination, and then you've got little sterling silver, although it's tarnished. There's sterling silver little beads in between. This one right here is made out of a mineral called fluorite. You may have heard of fluorite. You think of fluorite as a mineral that is put into drinking water a lot of times in cities in order to help kind of protect enamel on your teeth and things like that. But it comes in a variety of colors, from blues, greens, purples, and just clear. And this was a really well-made piece because they took alternating colors of the same stone, right? And they made, and also alternating sizes of the actual beads. Pretty nice little piece. All of these are sort of the same thing, variations of the same idea. And then this piece I'm going to clean up, and I'm hoping to show you this again on another video before we sell it. I'm going to sell it by itself, but I am actually going to polish this puppy up. I just did a smidgen on this one side. I usually don't polish stuff, but I actually think I want to clean this. I'm going to clean the copper. I'm going to wash off the stones. I did a Bakelite test yesterday. I was hoping that these would be made of Bakelite. They are not, folks, but it's okay. But you can see there's some definite some scrubbing. What am I going to do? I'm just going to take about a medium, not size, but like a medium coarseness toothbrush. And I'm just gonna get at these beads with water to begin with. And then I'm gonna take a polish, not unlike maybe the semi-chrome polish that I use for polishing silver, and I'm gonna polish up this copper as well. I think it's really gonna shine, and I do believe I'll be more likely to sell it if I do that work first. Bracelets will be another theme. This is a Brighton piece of costume jewelry with really beautiful stones here. We got this recently. I paid $9 for it, and it's worth about $125, something like that. This is also a very cool piece. I'm surprised it hasn't sold. Has had lots of watches for a long time, but no bites. It's made to look like dragon's heads here at the top. And it is, I thought it was sterling silver, but it's not. It's just silver plated. But it's really cool. Because of the design and the way it's made, it would be really difficult to polish it, so I'm not going to bother with it. I actually think that the old look to it adds to the appeal. This is a little cuff bracelet. It's designed to look like ones from the late 1800s, early 1900s. It has kind of a gold plating on it. It is not gold filled, it's gold plated, and so it has worn off in a lot of places. Not as attractive as it once was, but I'll still find a buyer out there. This is a Monet branded, large size, silver tone, kind of bangle bracelet here. It's quite heavy. That's nice. So these are all going to go together as well. Going back through ones that I had, I completely missed this. This is actually made out of Bakelite. It's, see if I can zoom in here real close to it. It's a green, like a marbly green color. But if you look on the inside, it's more blue. Very beautiful color. Bakelite is very common in like yellows or mustard colors, greens, and reds. Okay, those were very common ones. You're also going to find black and brown. And honestly, they can come in a variety of colors, but I don't know if this is just degradation over time. Probably that's what it is to give it the blue color, but I think it's quite stunning. So this, if it was just regular plastic, would be worth not much, 50 cents, $1, you know. But since it's Bakelite, I could probably command 20 bucks, maybe even a little bit more because of the kind of unique color pattern. Sterling silver. These are all necklaces. Unfortunately, some of the jump rings are not sterling silver, and so they will be attracted by a magnet. I don't want to take them off because I want them to be functional necklaces, but I also can't sell them as a scrap lot, or they're gonna get back with me and say, hey, you know, 3.7 grams of this is not sterling silver. I want a refund. I don't want to mess with that. So what I'm going to end up doing is just laying them all out, multiple sterling silver necklaces. I will weigh them, but I'll say some of the jump rings are not sterling silver. Be advised, this is not being sold just for gram weight. It's for wearable costume or wearable jewelry. And if I have a few pendants left over, you know, I might throw some of those on too as well, just to increase and attract a buyer. I'm putting these over here because I recently discovered that they're made out of sterling silver. I don't know. I need to test these. I think that they're just cubic zirconia. Certainly wouldn't be diamonds, just of that size set in silver. But they're quite nice. And then this, I love this little pendant. It is an aquamarine with 3 diamonds around it, and it's set in sterling silver. So the diamond quality would not be super high based on the fact that it's set in silver, but it's also a silver necklace. I sold the earrings that I was going to put with them originally, but they were made of 14 karat white gold. It masked really well, but I couldn't sell it as a pair, and so now I'm just going to go ahead and sell them individually. And then I'll have 2 or 3 necklaces that are the same sort of style, kind of a long, elongated pendant with nice little rhinestones in here. It's not missing any, which is nice. Same thing over here. These are not branded, but I believe them to be brands such as like Coro. They have kind of that look about them on the bottom, the way that they're made of certain pieces. Could be a couple others, but you know, real collectors will know. It isn't a bad idea to find these costume jewelry kind of books out there, because they can guide you in researching. Also, don't forget about Google Lens, and also the feature on eBay where you can look things up. I haven't even listed these earrings yet, and this is a really cool, like, Art Nouveau style. You can see it's like a woman there. It's very floral, long pin. Okay, and then these earrings that I have are gonna go in a lot with that. We'll get that up in the store soon. And then finally, doing a little bit more work, I had not, I guess, overlooked this initially, but I came to discover, but this necklace is actually made out of coral and bone. And so this one with the striations here, the kind of the pinkish color, and also carrying over to the end, these are made of coral. And then these beads in the middle that have almost like they look like little spots from time to time. Those are actually the opening, the pores, the natural pores and opening in bone. This is likely bovine. So it's an alternating pattern of tumbled, kind of rounded beads, and then more rounded beads. Bone, coral, bone, coral. It's not made of a precious metal, but it is an interesting design, so I might get a buyer for that. You guys are the best. Thanks for sticking around, my cousins from across the world. Check out our TikTok at Rusty the Reseller. Also the What Sold channel, Postcard Planet, Sound Machine, High Spirits. The list goes on, folks. We're busy little bees out here. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you know when things are coming out. And we hope to see you again soon. Get out there and get yourself a treasure.
Beat-o, boop, boop, let's go make some money. Rusty, Rusty, Rusty